What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Friday, August 9th, 2024. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, fixed air moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. I appreciate all of you very much. I hope you had a great week. Happy Friday. Let's finish this week off good. I do like the astrology this week, so I hope that it helps all of you finish that week strong because it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. We're going to see that sun come to 17 degrees of Leo. It's the only thing we got in Leo. Yes, Mercury's got its eyes set on coming back into Leo, but the moment for this Leo season, the sun's singleton, so it's just important to remember to bring that courage, that strength, that love, that shine, and be willing to show yourself and find the happiness in life. Because there could be heavy things, of course. We've been talking a lot about Mercury and Venus in Virgo. We could be dealing with a lot of certain inner guilts, or it's almost like there's a lot of things we could, be finding pleasure in right now and even feeling a little bit, maybe guilty about those things. And we want to, be nice to ourselves, see things as they are, make positive changes, but also look at things in the pureness of our heart as well and not just, so maybe analytically focused. We're also seeing Mars and Jupiter, they're so close together. And I just want to, say that this is a big cycle that's coming to an end and a new beginning with Mars and Jupiter, because we haven't had them in Gemini meet up since 1989. So that's a big cycle. Usually it's a 12, 13-year gig in a sign with these two, and it just wasn't like that for a while. So there's a big story of our identity that's kicking off, the way we take action on our thoughts. It's a whole new way of believing in truth at the same time, and then what we do with that truth and how we initiate in our life and how we make our truth and our beliefs a part of our reality, but also not being dogmatic, because that's why Jupiter doesn't really like to be in Gemini. It's Mercury's sign. It's the opposite of Sag. So detriment Jupiter. It's got to, see all these different perspectives and beliefs and understand that its own belief is still the most important, but it can't just be the one size fits all thing. So it's definitely seeing what size of life fits you coming into this Friday. I mean, it's not there yet, but think about these things as we go forward, like how to be more open and understanding of other things that are happening that you might not believe in. It might not be your truth, but that doesn't mean it's not someone else's truth. It doesn't mean it doesn't have truth somewhere, someplace. We're going to see that moon in Libra make a sextile to the sun. It's going to trine over to Mars, trine over to Jupiter. Definitely a vibe. I think that there's a lot of positive things we can cultivate from a good, strong belief system that is fair, that is just, that, is balanced, gives other people the chance to share their beliefs, share their thoughts, act freely, but also doing the same for yourself, taking initiative in life, acting on what's just and positive for you, good for conversation. A lot of things can be like, there can be some really good conversations that are based in a very real scenario, but it has more like beauty to it, almost like we can kind of see like, yeah, I understand you have to change, I have to change here too, whatever the case may be. I have to grow in this area of my life. Yeah, I support you in that. Or, I don't. You're going to have to grow on that one on your own, but I do believe in you as a person, So hopefully we're finding good balance when it comes to our own truth, our own actions in life, and not being afraid to act on your own truth, regardless of if somebody else feels the same way or not. But it's definitely an expansive day. I think we can definitely feel a lot. We're going to be very tapped in to others, to ourselves, and especially to our own creative sort of potential right now, and how we relate that potential to the world, and how we can purify our realities, how we can clean things up. It still is kind of a cleanup time with Mercury and Venus here in Virgo. We want to be paying attention to things and doing the necessary to better ourselves and to kind of put the cherry on top of this story that's about to start. That this particular story of the mind and of the way we act on our thought and of our mind, again, it's been a long, long time since this story's been revamped with some new cycle energy in this sign. So I do think it's a big deal, and Yeah, we don't want to forget to act. I'd say that's the downfall of today's astrology with the South Node in Libra and the Moon in Libra, is that we're just like weighing too many things out and we're not taking initiative for something in our lives. And as we get to the evening here, we're going to see the Moon make an opposition to Chiron, and it's like I feel like again if we don't do something for ourselves that is around embetterment and empowerment and creative sort of energy, that we're going to feel like we missed out. We're going to feel very separated, very far from it. And I think that's going to put us out of balance when it doesn't have to be that way. The moon is going to quincunx Saturn. So there's, it just with Saturn, it takes like a maturity and a discipline to know what's just in the universe for yourself and to trust that feeling and trust that emotion and make the call, you know? So we all are definitely being asked to grow and like make the call, but there's no reason it can't be based around what the heart wants. There's no reason that the heart and the mind can't be on the same page. They absolutely can. So we're trying to find that sort of page here and that discipline to act on things that are purifying our reality, that are letting our heart really lead the way when it's, having the sun being the only thing in Leo. Like, yeah, it's the sun in Leo, so it's strong AF, of course, but, we're like getting into interpersonal stuff with the moon in Libra, and we're getting into this like hypercritical space of Virgo, and it's good to be critical and see things, but we got to be pumping ourselves up right now too, and kind of taking the limelight in our life for a new story and how we act and think about things. We're definitely being forced, I think, with Pluto going over the 0 degree of Aquarius so many times. Like, we have to just be smarter, we have to be more malleable, flexible to really penetrate into what's going to make our futures better, what's going to make our connections better, what's going to make our individuated self better. And I think as long as we're doing the little necessary things, building up, and even on a day like this, like taking the time to do something right and acting on that thing that's right for yourself, and having that, again, being responsible for your own actions, super crucial. And I think you could finish the day feeling really good, really positive. So definitely, yeah, I'm pretty into the astrology today. Even Juno came into Libra today. So I think relationships are definitely, as they have been with the South Node in Libra, they're definitely, a big part of our day-to-day life, a big part of life in general. And we can, maybe really start to see like where really beautiful things are going and how they're responding to your certain truth, your certain story, because that's important that there's balance and communication there. So communication based on the things that are going to bring more balance into your life, clean things up, and let you express yourself fully and really start to initiate a better, more positive story for your future. These are things that might come up today or they might come up later in life, but today's a good day to kind of think about that, have that like mental discipline to maybe put some intention out there for what the story is going to be like for you, because we're not there yet. Like, Mars and Jupiter are not going to come together for a few more days, but why not kind of finish the week off with some positive intent about creating a more purified, balanced, aligned, individuated but also connected story for ourselves. Hope you guys have a great day. I sure do. Uno más. Uno más. 3 of Pentacles. It's definitely the card of teamwork, right? Like, we can all kind of get things done together. We can really like put up some beautiful structure in our life when I think we're willing to like incorporate the relationships into our life in a healthy, balanced way. Like, the things that we can accomplish together are massive. So we're kind of looking at like there's a little bit of like future lookout here of like, if we come together in certain ways with the right energy and the right people, and we're all given a role that we can shine in and accelerate in, and we're appreciated for that role, and we're appreciating other people for their role. Like, think about all the positive things that can happen. And by letting somebody have the ability to take charge in their specific thing, well, that's when teamwork really does make the dream work, and it takes less, you know, it takes more, I should say, off of your shoulders to let somebody else excel in something they're good at. So I feel like this card's saying maybe let people accelerate where they're accelerating in life, and you might not have to work as hard. We can all work hard in a certain area in our life, but maybe we don't have to do it all, right? So giving other people the opportunity to build and forge their way might just be one of the most beneficial things we can do for ourselves. I love you all. I hope you have a great Friday, and I'll see you all for the weekend forecast tomorrow. Much love. Peace.